Greetings, it's me, the boy who's still very sorry. Why am I sorry, you ask? Well, we'll get into that in this video where we're just gonna talk Kingdom Hearts. There's a whole lot of Kingdom Hearts going on at the moment, and some of it is questionable, other stuff is good, and all of it is worth apologizing for. Um, I think we're just gonna get straight into it because there's some pretty big stuff here that I want to talk about, and then there's actually something that I want to sort of redo that I didn't do earlier this year, but I'll get to that when I do. What we're gonna get to first is the elephant in the room, the the very large, very just ginormous, unignorable elephant in the room. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been confirmed as of October 5th that the chessboard from Kingdom Hearts 3 will be purchasable in real life. Now, I'm going to make a 72-part documentary about how this connects to Kingdom Hearts 49. And wait, wrong part of the script. Sora's in Smash. So yeah, Sora in Smash is something that I actually didn't put out the full reaction. Don't know if I'm gonna put out the full reaction because it's honestly straight garbage. But maybe I will. Maybe it will be funny to put out straight garbage. I usually do that anyways. Anywho, yeah, it's definitely something that feels strange to me, and I am not a like competitive Smash player, nor am I a good Smash player at all. So I won't be talking about it too much, but I'll just do a quick overview of the stuff that was talked about. Obviously, Sora's in just said that. We've got his outfits, which are Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3, as well as Dream Drop Distance. And then his other 4 costumes are actually specific, so I think it's... Correct me if I'm wrong here. Well, I guess I'll correct me because it'll be on the screen. Valor from Kingdom Hearts 1, Wisdom from Kingdom Hearts 2, Ultimate from 3, and then Timeless River. I know Timeless River is the correct one because that's the one that I'm going to be playing all the time. His moves are all pretty standard, I would say. Nothing super like out of the ordinary there. Although I will say one thing, I wish that there was some form of strike raid in there because I don't know. I think his side B makes sense, but at the same time I would like to just be able to chuck the fucking Keyblade at somebody and have it do like 50,000%, but also be wide open to attacks for like 7 minutes straight. But that's also irrelevant. I'm supposed to be moving through this fast. We've got this stage, which is Hollow Bastion. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's when a character is at low health or the time gets slow. If it's in a time battle, it will switch to a dive to heart, and it'll be a different character. I think just randomly. I don't think there's any like way to determine what character it'll be, but I'm also not sure how it works. Like, let's say it's a stock battle, right? And then one character gets to low health, so it goes to a dive to heart, and that character dies, and both characters have normal health again. Does it go back to Hollow Bastion, or is it just a dive to heart for the rest of the match? Don't know. But anywho, then we've got the songs, and because I'm very smart and good at my job, I don't have the song list pulled up in front of me. But what I do have is it pulled up in front of you. Look at all these songs that are here. I know that there's a couple songs that I wish were on here, and here we go again, right? If you're at all familiar with how things went down with Final Fantasy characters, specifically Cloud and Seth, getting into Smash, Square Enix gives about 3 songs per character, so it's a whopping total of 9 songs between the 3 characters. Not literally, but like the Square Enix characters have consistently gotten very few songs. You'll see that if you go to the actual like music thing in Smash, a lot of the Final Fantasy songs actually came from like Seth and Cloud combined, and there's still not even that many. But beggars can't be choosers. I'm certainly not mad at the selection of songs, but I really wish that like some of the boss themes were in there, like not Eye of Darkness, but is it Darkness of the Unknown? What's Xemnas' theme? I can't remember what it's called. That I would have wished was in there. Sinister Shadows. I would ooh. I don't usually do like the YouTuber let's go reactions to things like this, but ooh, if Sinister Shadows was in this game, I'd probably scream like a little girl. But yeah, no, I definitely don't think that the track selection is bad at all, but there are a few that I wish were still in there. I feel like there's something I'm missing in between the music and the release date, but if I'm wrong, I'll put it in the video. And the release date is October 18th, so that's coming quite soon. And when it does come out, I don't think I'm gonna do anything for the channel, but I'll definitely be checking it out, at least on my own, because I already got the pack. I'm gonna talk for just a tiny bit more about Sora, because this is why I keep apologizing for it. I am absolutely happy that Sora is in the game, and I'm not gonna apologize for him being in the game necessarily, because I don't know. There's some people on the internet that just like hate Sora because they hate Sora, or like hate Kingdom Hearts because they hate Kingdom Hearts. Which, like, to those people, fuck you, but also to the people that like wanted a certain character in, they didn't get in, and Sora ended up being the last one. I completely get the disappointment, because I truly wish that Sora was in the game earlier. Like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna give a really quick rundown of how I think the Smash roster would be better. If you don't care about this part, skip to this timestamp, and I'll actually put the timestamp this time. Future me, you better not fucking forget. Now, I know this is a Kingdom Hearts video, but getting off topic is literally my greatest strength. So when it comes to the Smash DLCs, I think there's at least 4 characters that could have been moved around, and those characters are actually, I could even argue 5. I would say that's Byleth, Min Min, Sephiroth, Banjo and Kazooie, and of course the boy Sora. What I mean by this is I think that Min Min and Byleth could have definitely been in the game from launch. Min Min, ARM's character, not exactly popping at the time that she came out. I think that having it be closer to the release date of ARMS, which was still far off, is better, but you know, they just didn't put her as a character for whatever reason. And then Byleth, like I like the character in Fire Emblem. They're a blank slate, but they're fine. I like them a lot in Smash, but they absolutely should not have been a DLC character. They should have been in the roster from the beginning. And I think a lot of people will make the excuse or give the reasoning of Three Houses not being out at the time that the Smash reveal happened, and by the time that Smash itself came out. Counterpoint to that is Roy. I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong here, but the very first Smash game had a Fire Emblem character that, at least in the West, didn't even exist, yeah? So if we're talking about, and this is not something that like Nintendo didn't know about, Sakurai didn't know about, although maybe not Sakurai, but Nintendo certainly knew about the fact that Three Houses was a thing, even if it wasn't announced, which I believe it was at this point. Byleth could have been in the main game, because they've already introduced a character that didn't exist as far as anyone was concerned, at least in the West. But when it comes to Banjo, Seth, and Sora, I think maybe Sora could have, Seth could have also been in from Seth could have also been a base character, but maybe not. Anywho, Sora should have probably been the last character for Pack 1. Maybe Sephiroth as the first character for Pack 2, and then Banjo as the last character, because I feel like Banjo, I understand why they did Sora. Apparently Sora was like the top requested from that one poll like years back, which is insane to me to think, but yeah, apparently he was the top one, so having him be last makes sense. But I feel like if he's the top one, it's okay to put him in earlier. Although I know he's a fucking Disney prince, so like the licensing for that shit must have been atrocious. What am I talking about right now? Literally nothing. Anyways, Sora is in Smash. I am very excited and also deeply sorry, especially for the people like me if you watch that terrible video that I uploaded, the people like me that thought it was gonna be the I keep wanting to say Flamekeeper, but it's not. What is the Dark Souls character's main name? I don't remember what their title is, but the main character from Dark Souls, it was a lot of people thought it was them, and so did I when they saw the fire. But yeah, ended up being Sora, which I still don't get. Like, why did Mario fucking yeet a ball of flame and then it turned into a Keyblade? I still don't get that. But anyways, very excited about Sora being announced. Very sorry that he was the last one, but that's irrelevant in the grand scheme of this video. So I don't know why I keep going with it. I keep on going with it. I can't even speak English. Now here is where we get into the juiciness, in my opinion. During this Smash reveal, Square Enix snuck their grimy little mouse hands into it and got themselves a promotion for the cloud versions of Kingdom Hearts 1.5 plus 2.5, 2.8, and 3 plus Remind. So basically the entire Kingdom Hearts franchise is now on Switch in the worst way possible. And yes, and I really do mean that, because I don't see why, at the very least, 1.5 plus 2.5 did not have to be cloud versions. Those are PS2 and PS3 games, like PS2 games that were made into PS3 games with the final mix editions, right? 2.8, I get it. You're working with what, Unreal 4, I think it is, and then 3 plus Remind. Of course, these all need to be like, those two specifically would probably have to be cloud versions, because there's other games on the Switch that are pretty beefy. The Switch is a little baby, it can't handle some games that are on it, so cloud versions are like a thing that is done for it. I think Control is actually one of them. Control is a cloud version on the Switch, but anywho, those games being cloud versions, I completely understand. What I don't get is why 1.5 plus 2.5 are cloud versions, especially, and they didn't actually say this anywhere, I don't think, especially if this isn't a new bundle. Like, if this isn't Kingdom Hearts the Dark Seeker Saga, or like Kingdom Hearts Boy This the whole damn thing, then it makes absolutely no sense for these to be all cloud versions. Like, if what I mean by this is, if on the storefront I can go and get 1.5 plus 2.5 separate from separate from 2.8, separate from 3 Remind, then it's pointless to have them all be cloud versions, because at the very least 1.5 plus 2.5 could be like physical games. And the issue with this, if you're not aware, is that cloud versions require internet connection at all times. So if you're ever in a place that doesn't have internet, like, you know, on the go with your goddamn Switch, you're not going to be able to play any of these games, despite the fact that only really these two collections, being 2.8 and 3 plus Remind, would require the cloud versions in order for the Switch to handle it. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers. I'm happy that the Kingdom Hearts series is on the Switch. Will I check it out? Probably not, but I think this is a good opportunity for other people to. And additionally, I mean, they're gonna continue with the Unreal 4 engine, right? Or why would they throw it away and go back to 1.5 plus 2.5's thing? But, you know, hopefully this is like a good stand-in for future games on the Switch. Obviously, we got Melody of Memory, and that one's a full-fledged game that's on the Switch. It's a not memory game. Fucking memory's failing me. It's a rhythm game. But yeah, hopefully this is like some leeway for more Kingdom Hearts games in the future coming to the Switch. As I referenced earlier as a joke, there's more merchandise coming for Kingdom Hearts. Some of that is, I think, on the screen right now. It's a chessboard, and I want to say like a suitcase or something. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, there's like a chessboard and a suitcase. I think if you go to Square Enix's site, some of this stuff is available for pre-order right now. An offline version of Kingdom Hearts Union Cross is available now for free. You'll be able to view the entire story mode. So if you want to sit through roughly 116,000 hours of cutscenes so that you are the ultimate Kingdom Hearts lore guy in your group, you're now able to do that. I think this is just in the app. If you go to theater mode, it's available, but I'm not entirely sure. And this is one that I actually did not peep being announced the way that it was. But I'm reading this here straight from Gamatsu, so if this isn't true, get on them for it. Kingdom Hearts Dark Road to be released in one go all the way through to the ending this winter. So yes, actually, Dark Road was delayed. It was supposed to be either September or October. I can't remember. Either this month or last month. We were supposed to get the update, the long-awaited update for Dark Road, and ended up getting delayed to this winter, which is probably, if I were to guess, probably going to be early 2022. That's just my guess, though. And honestly, my only reason for saying that is it's being released in one go. Like if it were doing the, well, if you want to say like episodic or chapter release thing, how it was doing beforehand, I would be willing to say that it might be coming out this year, but I don't think so if it's going to be all at once. Now allow me to do what literally no man on this planet can do, which is correct the mistakes of his past. I made a Dark Road video, I think earlier this year, no joke. It's I don't remember exactly when it was. It was either this year, earlier this year, or very late last year. I made a Dark Road video, and I never put it out because I just wasn't satisfied with how I went about it. Like I don't know if it was the script or if it was just the way I talked about it. Something about it made me like just made me upset. Like I just didn't want to put it out, which is really unfortunate because if I had put it out, I would yet again I would have one thing under my fucking belt. You remember how I was the man with one Nintendo Direct prediction under his belt? Now I'm the man with one Nintendo Direct and one Kingdom Hearts prediction under his belt. I'm literally a fucking theorist. I'm the best theorist on YouTube right now. Like, it's crazy. But I don't even have the chance to prove it because I didn't put the damn video up. What I said in the video was, I thought it was very interesting that Dark Road, which is a story about Xehanort, led with scenes of Union Cross, or at least the player character from Union Cross. And my guess there was either that Xehanort, for whatever reason, had the memories of the player from Union Cross, or they were just like straight up the player. But I didn't have any like evidence to prove that. It was just like, it's weird that he's seeing that, because I think it was when he was waking up on the beach, right? Just when he was waking up on the beach, he all of a sudden got these like flashes of memories that were the Union Cross cutscenes, right? So I was like, oh, he might be like connected to them in some way. And lo and be freaking hold, Xehanort is, oh god, wait, I had a joke, I forgot the joke, wait, Play-a-Nort, Xehanort is Play-a-Nort, there we go, Xehanort is Play-a-Nort confirmed, or is it? And this is where I get my best Kingdom Hearts theorist on YouTube plaque revoked and shattered into pieces, because I think that Nomura could be tricking all of you, because when the final cutscene happens in Union Cross, what we see is, well, not the final cutscene, but the cutscene where we get this like revelation that Xehanort is probably the player from Union Cross. Did I even say spoilers? I'm so sorry, spoilers. It's way too late now. Anywho, when we get this revelation, we see, I think, 4 like little scenes going from when Xehanort is Bubby, being handed over to some hooded figure, presumably by his mother, right? Then he's on Destiny Islands, and the hooded figure is there behind him. He wakes up, which looks almost to be the beginning of Dark Road. But if I'm not mistaken, at the beginning of Dark Road, A, you don't see the hooded figure, and B, you don't see him collapse and die. The hooded figure just dies right then and there. And then it goes to Xehanort, I think, meeting Ericus, or maybe just reaching Scalad Kylum. And then I want to say there's one more scene, but regardless, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter what the other 2 scenes are. The only point is the time thing for me. So when we see Xehanort first, he's a baby, right? He's just straight up a baby. And I guess the point of view doesn't really matter because it's more so for the viewer than it is the character. But from the point of view that we see him from, I don't know how the hell the player character would know if they're gonna be like baby Xehanort. So I'm thinking that maybe they're the hooded figure that like dies and passes on to Xehanort after he wakes up on Destiny Islands. If not, then he's just Xehanort the entire way through, and I rightfully so have gotten my best theorists on YouTube title revoked and smashed into pieces, along with the plaque, by the way. They somehow smashed the title, which doesn't even have like tangible physical form. It just got smashed in front of me too. But yeah, that is one of the things that I wanted to say about it. I guess I could also just talk about Dark Road itself, which is what I was going to do in that video, and I still didn't put it out. But I think the story is very interesting. I'm just not sure how it's going to resolve with those other characters. If I'm not mistaken, there's a scene where Xehanort and Ericus are talking to each other in Scala, and Xehanort says he's leaving after putting like flowers on some graves. And I want to say that those graves probably belong to your party members who you actively play as in or actively play with, I should say, in Dark Road, which is kind of fucked up but also hilarious. But it would make sense, right? That like all of his friends get murked except for Ericus. So maybe he goes down the Dark Road, whoa, and like becomes the Seeker of Darkness, right? Which is, I think that's the tagline of this game, right? It's like, how did he become the Seeker of Darkness or something like that. I think the gameplay is the one thing that is like weird for me, because I'll admit I'm not super familiar with Union Cross. I got into it early and then like fell out of it, at least in a gameplay sense, only like referring to the story and the cutscenes after that. So I'm familiar with the story, but not as much with the gameplay anymore because I haven't played it in so long. Dark Road, however, I think I like the like 3 card things. It's nice, but the auto mode, actually I think they changed it. See, and this is why I should have put my video out. I think they patched this before before just now, but the auto mode is like pretty terrible the way that it goes about it. Although I think now it's better because they like changed it so that there's a speed increase and you can like decide how the auto mode heals. So like it won't use your heal actions unless you're below a certain percentage of health. So they did things to update the game and make it better. And all of, like, pretty much the 2 big issues that I had with it were, well, at least the auto mode was like the big issue that I had with it, got fixed in the time that like I could have put that video out. So yeah, it would have been nice to just put out the damn video. See, this is why, kids, you always got to stick with your gut. Even if you're not the biggest fan of something, you gotta put it out there, because if you're right, you'll listen. If you're right, you'll be like satisfied with the fact that you're right, and if you're terribly wrong, it'll be funny. And then last but almost certainly not least is the Kingdom Hearts 20th anniversary event. This is most likely going to be a live stream that is held at a later date. They didn't say exactly when. However, I think recently they announced that it will be a 2022 thing, so I'm thinking maybe early 2022 we'll have this event for Kingdom Hearts, where they'll probably be showing off, I would imagine, maybe a new game, maybe not. If not a new game, at the very least we're gonna get another, I think, peek at that roadmap that was shown off, I want to say last year, right, when Melody of Memory was announced. They showed off like this phase thing, a la Marvel's phases, where they have like this line and all the stems going from it with the games and whatnot. So I think that if we don't get a straight up like game announcement, and I don't even necessarily mean a Kingdom Hearts 4, I might mean like a side game too, which are sequels, by the way. But I want to make a separate video about that. I'm gonna make a joke video. Well, it's not a joke, actually. I'm very serious about it, but it's gonna be funny. Anywho, if we're not getting like a formal game announcement, even if that's a game that's not like that's not a numbered title, I should say, like if it's a Melody of Memory sort of type of game, I think that we'll definitely be getting some, at the very least, look at what the future holds for releases. So probably a better look at that timeline, if nothing else. Predictions or hopes for this, I really don't know. There was a supposed leak about something, and I'm not gonna say what because I don't discuss leaks. I don't even. I know I'm gonna contradict myself with what I just said about being wrong or being right, but leaks don't count because leaks can be easily faked. I'm not gonna report on that leak specifically. However, it's fair to note that there was, let's say, a rumor of a new game, but that rumor also, I think, included that it would be announced at Tokyo Game Show, which, if Tokyo Game Show itself hasn't ended, at the very least Square Enix's press conference ended, and I remember seeing that. So I didn't cover the TGS at all. Maybe I should do that. I probably won't do that. Yeah, if not that, a follow-up on that or a confirmation of that, I really don't know what else it could be. I mean, they could do some like fucking Kingdom Hearts TV show or a Kingdom Hearts movie, and I'd have to unfortunately watch it, or at the least hear someone talk about it, because it's definitely going to be critical to the lore. But I really don't know what else it could be other than another game or something in that vein. I think the Kingdom Hearts 3 soundtrack has already dropped, so it's not bad. What else could it be, man? I really don't know. They're gonna show off some more merchandise, some pretty merchandise. Maybe Tetsuya Nomura himself will get up on stage and tell us how the chessboard being purchasable in real life actually does connect to Kingdom Hearts 42 or whatever I said back in the intro. I guess my hope for it, because I don't really know what I predict, but my hope for it is at the very least we get some update on a future Kingdom Hearts game. It doesn't even have to be like a title, it doesn't have to show any gameplay, although I would like it if it did. Like something that's maybe a follow-up, either it could be a follow-up either to Remind, or no, it could be a follow-up to Melody of Memory, excuse me, or it could be a follow-up to Dark Road, and whether that's actually a mobile game or if it's just continuing that story in one way or another, I'm not sure. But essentially what the only thing that I'm hoping for actively, because I usually don't do this hoping thing, but the only thing that I'm hoping for actually is just something that's like tying to a new game, right? Like it's not necessarily like Kingdom Hearts 73 drop in 2 minutes, go get it, right? Like it doesn't have to be something like that. It can be just announcing that there is a new game, or look at that roadmap again, right? Like I think that would probably be the best case scenario, if not just a straight up announcement or confirmation of that supposed leak a couple weeks back. I think at the very least, seeing that roadmap and being like, okay, this is where we can expect games, this is where we can expect updates in the future, would probably be the next best thing. So I think that's my only real hope for it. But other than that, I don't think there's anything else for me to cover in this video. Kingdom Hearts 20th anniversary is coming up. I want to say it's I always get this mixed up. Is Kingdom Hearts a 2001 or 2002 game? I'm definitely not searching this up while I'm saying this. I'm not talking over my keyboard clacks or anything like that. Let me see. I'm not seeing anything, by the way. I'm not looking at anything else. I'm not. Yeah, 2002. So, so I just remembered with my incredible memory. Kingdom Hearts 2. What? Kingdom Hearts 1 came out in 2002. Jesus. So next year will actually be the formal 20th anniversary, and I imagine for that they've got some big stuff planned, but I really don't know what it could be, because I feel like other than a game or some sort of like show, I have no clue what they could do with it, right? But regardless of what it is, I will be reporting on it when it does happen. When this happens, I'm actually not too sure, but again, I'm predicting sometime early 2022, maybe. But I really don't know what else I have for the video. I think I'm done. Why does my voice always get high when I'm like questioning something? Alright, I'm done. I'm terrible with outros. I'm done. I'm not talking any longer. I'm done talking. Sora's in Smash and I'm very happy and sorry at the same time. New Kingdom Hearts stuff coming soon. I will be talking about all of that and more. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in Kingdom Hearts 163. Sora is indeed the master of masters. That's the tagline.